All righty. Well, pulling up my first story this week. We got word from Walmart at an investor conference that Sam's Club is planning to phase out all of its checkouts. Now, think about this. If you go into a Sam's Club, they are going to eliminate their checkout lines in all 600 of its locations in the US and Puerto Rico over the course of the coming year. They're going to replace those with its AI powered Scan and Go app. So for users, they're going to need to download the Sam's Club app onto their phone. As they are progressing through the store and doing their shopping trip, they're going to scan items as they put them into their cart. And then they will pay via the app, and they will get a QSR code to show on the app when they get ready to exit the store. Now, similar to technology that Amazon debuted several years ago, you may recall Amazon's, Just Go technology. They use a number of cameras and sensors throughout the store to track the items that shoppers put into their carts. So this is how they're going to, they hope, keep shrinkage or put another way, shoplifting to a minimum. And so, this is, I think this is an interesting development. When Sam's was talking about this in their investor presentation, they said that already 1 in 3 Sam's Club members are using the technology. They've got it into a number of stores. They built a flagship store in Texas that was the initial test for this technology, and they said it went really well. So they have been gradually adding the tech to existing stores. As I said, about half of users have encountered it already. And they're leaning into this because they say that younger shoppers, Gen Z and millennials, account for about half of their new member growth. And these are, technology sophisticated shoppers. These digitally engaged members tend to shop 3 times more frequently. They tend to browse twice as many different categories, both on the app, excuse me, on the app and in stores. And they also tend to renew at a higher rate, 10% higher than members who only shop in the club themselves. So this seems like a good move for them. Now, I think this is a wait and see for me. I'd be interested to know, how does this work out in reality? Is this a case where, they're saying, hey, this is what we're doing now. And then several months into it, they find out that, shoplifting is up. Their inventory count is wrong. Maybe some of their older, more dedicated, less tech savvy members are revolting. I think there's a lot of things that could go wrong with this. On the other hand, maybe they have done sufficient enough testing at the the test location to work out all the bugs. I would point out Amazon had its own technology that it rolled out several years ago. It's had it in a number of locations, and it's been gradually increasing the number of locations, but very, very slowly.
Yeah.
And they pioneered this technology. So if Amazon is going really slowly at this, and Sam's Club plans to bring it to how many locations did I say? 600 locations within the course of the next year. I'm a little dubious. I'm more wait and see on how I think this will work out again because there's so many things that could go wrong. It could work out wonderfully. It could be a great way to save money and let their employees spend more time focusing on the members. Um, but again, this is uh, I think there are ways that it could go wrong. Now, finally, Sam's is saying that they would also be able to deliver customized offers and marketing to its users. They plan on also providing like personalized recommendations, like perhaps you see when you go to the top of Amazon's page. They have customized offers for you. Amazon's Just Walk Out tech fuses this computer vision, sensor fusion, and deep learning to track these purchases. I'm interested to see how well Sam's Club's tech compares to what Amazon has done and what new problems may surface as the result of this. But I'm interested to hear your thoughts, Jason.
So a couple things stand out to me. Number one, we have seen Walmart steadily grow self checkout in its stores over the past decade, really, to where I know a majority of their customers are actually using self checkout. So my assumption, because Sam's Club's their locations are in Walmart's core geographies, where there's a good chance if you're a Sam's Club member, you're a Walmart customer already, you're going to Walmart's. So there's probably a certain amount of familiarity already with a no cashier checkout process. Also, broadly, a lot of the bulk goods businesses, the way their checkouts are set up now, there are a lot of touch, 2 to 3 people involved in checking out the order. If there's a way to start using better technology, combination of AI and cameras and RFID and all of the things that exist today, I could see this being a success. But hey, Danny, the folks at Netflix thought Quickster was a great idea until they didn't. When their users revolted, when members revolted. So that's what this is going to come down to as well. Is their plan to accelerate this too optimistic? We won't know for a while. In terms of how is it going to help the business and thinking about this as an investor, will they use this to drive out labor costs, or will they use this to improve the customer experience broadly? I would expect it's probably going to be a mix of the two, right? If you can reduce shrink, at the same time, you're improving customer service, you're doing a better job of stocking your shelves, keeping the store clean and driving revenue by more people being able to move through it more quickly. That's fantastic, because the key with any retailer is the way that you make money is by turning your inventory as quickly as possible. If they can improve inventory turns by doing this, then there's real value that it could create. So I think they have to be looking past this just being a cost cutting move, and it's just got to be a way to help their stores be more efficient. And with Sam's Club, I think you just do have a little bit more of a controlled test bed than you do with the Walmart stores. So if there are things that they're looking to do that they may be able to iterate across their tens of thousands of Walmart stores, this is a great place for that to be a test bed. So we'll see. I don't think it moves a needle for the company now, but we might look back in 10 years and be like, holy crap, that turned out to be a really big deal in terms of what it drove across the enterprise over time.
It's interesting because this isn't the first time that, Walmart or its subsidiaries have really gone big on trying to, let's say, lean into artificial intelligence. One of the big ones, there's a company out there called Symbotic, which investors may or may not have heard of. But this is a company that has warehouse technology and a cadre of robots that they use to minimize the amount of warehouse space that's needed. And this is a company that Walmart invested in early on and has been trying out. Now, we don't know how this works out. Walmart hasn't really talked about it so much. We do know that, Symbotic had said that Walmart was expanding the use of its offerings. But again, this is a wait and see. There are reasons to be optimistic about AI technology, and there are also reasons to be cautious and maybe wade into the technology a little bit more slowly, which
we'll see.
that
We'll, we'll see. I think so. I do think one of the things that drives me crazy, and like if you just unpack the idea of the way that we shop today when we go into a store, we get a bunch of stuff, we touch it, put it in a cart, get in a line, somebody else touches it, takes it out of the cart, scans it, puts it back into the cart. Creating a process where, because these things are so ubiquitous now and everything's getting faster and better, if as soon as that product is going into the cart, that doesn't have to come back out until I'm putting it in my vehicle to go home. I mean, just that the amount of efficiency that can be gained there would be pretty significant. So I'm just curious as to, I'm pretty sure Walmart believes in the technology and they've proven it and they have the data to show that the technology works, or they wouldn't talk about rolling this out, to their entire Sam's Club store. So I think it'll be interesting to follow. That's for sure.
Well, and with the exception of adding scanners and barcodes, when was that? In the 70s? I don't think the grocery shopping experience has changed in, 75 years, maybe longer?
The only thing that's changed is it's not a cashier that's doing the scanning anymore. It's us, right? That's the biggest innovation, right? That is the biggest innovation. And we do know that RFID has been potentially revolutionary. And as the cost for RFID goes down, it could be a big driver for this sort of thing. How much AI is going to be a part of this? Maybe just cleaning up the edge cases, right? Where there's a misscan or something's not showing or something showing twice. And then you've got AI that's hitting those things and using optics and other sensors to identify, is like, okay, were they getting two of these things, or did they put it in the cart? Now it's been taken out of the cart. They're not actually buying it. So I think that's where AI can come in, is to reducing the errors, right? That result in people either not paying for something or paying twice for something that they're only getting one of. So let's get comments and questions from people watching too. Be sure to go to slido.com. The event code's Fool24. If you have questions or thoughts about any of these recent things going on in the AI universe, can we call it the AI-averse? I mean, technically, I guess we could.
Sure.
Terrible, but we'll do it anyway.